Are you ready to discover some hidden gems in Maine where you can camp for free? Hey there, Camp Life Comfy crew. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, we are happy to meet you. And go ahead, smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up to officially become part of the Camp Life Comfy community. We are glad you are here and hope to provide you some great starter information and places to consider camping out in the majestic state of Maine, the ballin' on a budget style. Stick around, because we've got 10 amazing spots that will blow your mind. We're talking about pristine lakes, majestic mountains, and forests so dense you can practically smell the fresh air through the screen. First up, we're headed to number 1 Baxter State Park, home to Mount Katahdin, the tallest mountain in Maine. Baxter State Park is known for its rugged beauty and pristine wilderness. Primitive camping is free in designated areas. That's right, free, though you might want to pack some extra bug spray. When we say primitive camping, we're talking about roughing it, folks. No flush toilets, no electricity, just you, the stars, and the occasional bear trying to figure out what's in your cooler. Always remember to store your food properly. So pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and get ready to experience the beauty of Baxter State Park. Next, we're hitting number 2, the Appalachian Trail, or as I like to call it, the AT. This iconic trail stretches over 2,000 miles from Georgia to Maine, and the Maine section offers some of the most stunning scenery you'll ever see. And guess what? You can camp along the trail for free. Hiking the Appalachian Trail is no walk in the park. It's more like a walk in the woods, uphill, both ways, in the rain, with a backpack full of gear. But hey, that's what makes it so rewarding, right? Conquering those mountains, testing your limits, and proving to yourself that you can survive a week without room service. Plus, think of the stories you'll have to tell. Just remember to pack your sense of humor because trust me, you're going to need it. Alright, let's talk about number 3, Bigelow Preserve, a hiker's paradise with over 36,000 acres of pristine wilderness. Dispersed camping is allowed, which means you can basically pitch your tent wherever your heart desires. Just imagine, you, under the stars, surrounded by nothing but the sounds of nature. Of course, there's a good chance you'll also be surrounded by mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds, but hey, that's all part of the charm, right? But seriously, Bigelow Preserve is a truly special place. It's the kind of place where you can truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with yourself. Either way, it's an experience you won't soon forget. So pack your bags, grab your hiking boots, and get ready to explore the beauty of Bigelow Preserve. Ahoy there, matey! Next up on our adventure is number 4 Moosehead Lake, the largest lake in Maine. We're talking 400 square miles of pure aquatic bliss. Moosehead Lake is a boater's paradise. Fishing, swimming, kayaking, you name it, this lake has it all. Dispersed camping is allowed on the surrounding public lands. You can set up camp right on the water's edge and wake up to the sound of waves lapping against the shore, or the sound of a moose trying to steal your breakfast. So pack your swimsuit, grab your fishing pole, and get ready to experience the magic of Moosehead Lake. Attention all paddlers and outdoor enthusiasts. If you're looking for an adventure that combines serene paddling with a touch of wildness, then listen up. Our next stop is number 5, the Allagash Wilderness Waterway, a 92-mile ribbon of pristine rivers and lakes that winds its way through the heart of Maine's wilderness. This is not just any waterway. It's a journey through some of the most untouched and beautiful landscapes you'll ever see. We're talking remote, we're talking wild, we're talking the kind of place where you can go days without seeing another human being. Imagine being surrounded by dense forests and vast untouched landscapes, where nature reigns supreme. But seriously, the Allagash is a true wilderness experience. It's not just about paddling, it's about immersing yourself in the raw beauty of nature. It's the kind of place where you can paddle for hours, surrounded by nothing but the sound of your own breath and the occasional loon call. The tranquility here is unmatched, offering a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The Allagash is a magical place, and the best part is that primitive camping is allowed at designated sites along the waterway. These sites are carefully chosen to enhance your wilderness experience. You can pitch your tent right on the water's edge and fall asleep to the sound of the river rushing by. It's an experience that brings you closer to nature, offering a sense of peace and serenity. Just be sure to pack plenty of bug spray, because the mosquitoes up there are legendary. They are as much a part of the wilderness as the trees and rivers. And by they, I mean the mosquitoes. They are enthusiastic to say the least, and will definitely make their presence known. Hold on to your hats, Camp Life Comfy crew, because we're headed to number 6 Deboullie Public Reserved Land, a 22,000-acre playground for outdoor enthusiasts. Dispersed camping is allowed throughout the Deboullie Public Reserved Land. Just imagine, pitching your tent under a canopy of stars, so many stars it feels like you could reach out and touch them. Now I'm not gonna lie, there's a chance you might encounter a bear or two while you're out there. But don't worry, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. Just be sure to make a lot of noise while you're hiking and keep your food stored properly. Deboullie is a truly special place. It's the kind of place where you can truly escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and just be one with nature. Get ready to step back in time, because we're headed to number 7 Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument, an 87,563-acre expanse of forests, rivers, and mountains that tells the story of Maine's rich logging history. We're talking towering pines, rushing rivers, and the ghosts of lumberjacks past. Don't worry, they're friendly ghosts. But seriously, Katahdin Woods and Waters is a truly awe-inspiring place. It's the kind of place where you can stand on a mountaintop and just feel the history of the land beneath your feet. Dispersed camping is allowed in certain areas of the monument. You can pitch your tent among the trees and fall asleep to the sound of the wind whispering through the leaves. Just be sure to bring your earplugs because those lumberjack ghosts, they snore. Pack your bags and grab your hiking boots, because we're headed to number 8 Nahmakanta Public Reserved Land, a 46,000-acre wilderness paradise. We're talking pristine lakes, towering mountains, and forests so dense you can practically smell the fresh air through the screen. Dispersed camping is allowed throughout the Nahmakanta Public Reserved Land, which means you can pitch your tent pretty much wherever your heart desires. Just imagine, you, under the stars, surrounded by nothing but the sounds of nature, and the occasional loon call. But seriously, Nahmakanta is a truly special place. It's the kind of place where you can truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with yourself. Or at least it's the kind of place where you can pretend to disconnect from the world until your phone battery dies and you realize you forgot to pack your charger. Get ready for some stunning scenery, because we're headed to number 9 Bald Mountain Public Reserved Land, a 1,440-acre slice of heaven in western Maine. This place is a true gem for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. We're talking panoramic views that stretch for miles, cascading waterfalls that create a soothing soundtrack, and forests so lush and green you'll think you've wandered into a fairy tale. It's like stepping into another world, where nature reigns supreme. But seriously, Bald Mountain is a hiker's paradise. With trails that cater to all levels of experience, from beginners to seasoned trekkers, there's something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a leisurely stroll or a challenging hike, you'll find it here. The trails are well maintained, the views are breathtaking, and the air is so fresh you'll swear you can taste the pine needles. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, offering a serene and rejuvenating experience. And the best part? Dispersed camping is allowed on Bald Mountain, which means you can pitch your tent at the top and wake up to a sunrise that'll knock your socks off. Imagine starting your day with a view that takes your breath away. Just be sure to stake your tent down tight, because the wind up there can get pretty fierce. It's all part of the adventure, adding a bit of excitement to your camping experience. Okay, maybe not hurricane force, but definitely strong enough to turn your tent into a kite. So, make sure you're prepared for those gusty conditions. And nobody wants to see their tent flying off into the sunset. It might make for a funny story later, but in the moment, it's definitely something you'd rather avoid. Ahoy there, Camp Life Comfy crew, ready for an adventure like no other? We're ending our journey at number 10, the rugged and breathtaking Cutler Coast Public Reserved Land, a sprawling 12,234-acre stretch of coastline that'll leave you in awe. Picture this, towering cliffs that seem to touch the sky, waves crashing with a thunderous roar, and tide pools brimming with vibrant marine life. And the best part? Dispersed camping is allowed along the Cutler coast, which means you can pitch your tent right on the edge of the world and fall asleep to the soothing sound of the ocean waves crashing against the shore. Just be sure to bring your rain gear, because the weather on the coast can be as unpredictable as it is dramatic. One minute it's sunny and warm, the next minute it's pouring rain, and you're pretty sure you saw a sea monster lurking in the mist. Speaking of sea monsters, you're probably curious about the mysterious creatures that dwell beneath the waves off the coast of Maine. Well, legend has it that there's a giant squid out there, bigger than a house, with tentacles as thick as tree trunks waiting to be discovered. But hey, that's part of what makes this place so fascinating, right? The mystery, the adventure, and the sheer beauty of it all. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try your hand at catching your own lobster? It's an experience you won't forget. So come on down to the Cutler coast where every moment is a new adventure waiting to unfold. So there you have it, Camp Life Comfy crew, 10 amazing free camping spots in Maine that are sure to satisfy your wanderlust. From the rugged mountains to the rocky coast, Maine has something to offer every outdoor enthusiast. Just remember to pack your sense of adventure, your bug spray, and your sense of humor, because you never know what kind of shenanigans you'll get into out there in the wilderness. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome camping content. And be sure to check out the description below for more information about the locations featured in this video, as well as ways to connect with the Camp Life Comfy brand. We're on a mission to make camping accessible to everyone, and we'd love for you to join us on our journey. Thanks for watching and happy marching through Maine. As always, remember to Camp Life Comfy.